Alright everyone, and welcome to git230 second week. So if we go into our schedule right here, we can click on that and we will see what we need to do basically. It's very simple. Wow, I got a lot of security, I'm sorry about that. Alright, by the time it takes to download, it's very simple. You go to the week by week, alright, and you in week 2 Photoshop Basic from 3.23 today to 3.29.15. You click on that and you will see all your reading, alright, chapter 3 and 4 in Photoshop section of the book, all your audio and support PDF file that goes together for lecture 3 and 4, which you have to do both this week, and you also have to do the project 1, which is called Where is the GNOME? It's due on 3.29.15, very simple. Just click on that and the project is all explained right here. It's very simple. You have some sample GNOME right here. Now you basically have to cut out a GNOME, whatever GNOME you want, and detour it, outline it out of its context, and bring it right into its environment, a new environment, something completely different. So you basically putting multiple files together to make it look like it's one file. A visual effects basically, in reality, a montage, a collage if you want to call it like that. This is a very important exercise. In reality, there's mainly 3 rules that are not explained in your book. I'm an ex-visual director, visual effects director for Kinecolor France, done a lot of visual effects, and the main 3 rules are always follow when I do a collage, a montage like that, static or animated, it doesn't really matter. Is number 1, you want to make sure you have the proper lighting system. This is super important. You need the same lighting colors and intensity that they are on your picture, and you need to reproduce exactly the same shadows, basically positioning and specular that your picture, the main frame, your main background frame has. That's number 1. Number 2, it is very important that your camera, basically onto which the picture is taken, is at the same angle, same height, and same XYZ position, pretty much than your background plate. This is a little harder to control if you take pictures from the internet, which I always say not to do. But you're gonna have to kind of with the GNOME itself to get a little GNOME. Alright, so try to get same size, same height of camera, and same angle. That's pretty easy. Okay, and the third, very important, is to make sure you have the same focal length. Alright, so you want to make sure it's not rounder or lose some depth of field because it's a zoom camera. Okay, those are the 3 main components of a good montage, a good collage. Now I sometimes add, and it's called a misery trick in the visual effects industry, I add what's called a lens flare. Okay, the lens flare is basically a source of light that appears due to a reflection on the focal length of a camera very often. Okay, and that lens flare, what it does, it will actually bathe its lights on all the layers, which is really useful, because now all the fake layers that you put together, they will all have that effect on it, kind of a trickery on the eyes to make you think this is only one layer. Okay, another trick I also do is that when I cut out, like the GNOME for example, I'm going to add it up to another picture, I do a selection around the GNOME and I shrink that selection by 1 pixel, and the 1 pixel on the outline of that selection, after I reverse the selection, I actually blur it with the blur tool. Because when you take a picture, it's not that sharp. All the elements together will blur together, which is not the case when you stick them together from different pictures. Okay, so that's pretty much what you need to do. All the requirements are here. Do not hesitate to ask me any question if you need to. Okay, you click on it. You know, you have I need to change the due date right here. Not to worry, you guys, about the due date. It's on the schedule itself. Okay, that's pretty much it for the week. Don't hesitate to ask a question. Make sure you post in the forum your actual progress, weekly progress. That's very important discussion. So you're in discussion week 2 now. Just like that gentleman, just ask a question, and I will ask, you know, I don't know why he's not seeing the assignment in week 2. It's probably because he didn't click on it. I will ask him right now to check it out, and just like I showed you. Okay, have a good week. Take it easy.